Hello and welcome. This is Lisa Lovestone with part 2 of my Oracle card reading. Yup. But you know, if the wisdom needs to flow, the wisdom needs to flow. And these are long cards. So I'm doing the Oracle card reading. It is Martin Luther King Day 2026, Monday. So anyway, let's get on with it. So this is the second card, Fearless. Let's see what it has to say. Now is your time to leap. Yeah, this card goes with that card, definitely. Do not hesitate. Do not fear. You don't need to know how it is all going to work out in order for everything to work out perfectly. This is not a time for small tentative steps. This is the time for a big gesture, to take a chance, to be bold. So take a running leap with your eye only on where you are going. Your body will trust you and follow. I will protect and guide you. Who is I? Quan Yin. There are entities that are of the highest and purest light that work for our greater good. And Quan Yin is one of them. And Quan Yin wants to help us get through some difficult times. There is a time to have patience, to wait for the way to be shown. There is a time for rest, for gathering energy, to know that when the time is right, the fuel required for action will be ready. And then there is the time for action itself, when there is no need for tentativeness or an analysis. The time will come to leap boldly and to say yes, to act without hesitation. It requires courage, self-belief, and a willingness to take a risk. This time for you is now. If you have been asking if you are on the right path, if you should take a step forward, if you need to take action, the Oracle says, yes, you are in harmony with the universe. This action will bring the right reward at the right time. If you have been through a period of time where you have had to be patient, which a lot of 2026 was about waiting and being patient and growing as a person, meditating. If you're recovering from an illness, grieving a loss of some kind, going through a dark and difficult challenge, then this oracle indicates that there will be a sudden breakthrough soon. You will suddenly spring forward if you have been feeling held back, where you have felt as though you had no energy. And I have not had energy. I have been sleeping a lot since Christmas. I'm sleeping, well, the thing is, I'm not sleeping through the night. I'm pet sitting and I wake up to let the animals go out to go potty, or I'm somebody's house I'm in. I'm not sleeping well in the bed, and I'm up, tossing and turning, trying to get comfortable. I slept pretty good last night. I'm home. I'm in my own bed this week, and I slept pretty darn good last night, but I still slept till like 10 this morning. But I tossed and turned first. Yep. Okay. If you have been through a period of time where you have had to be patient, okay, the breakthrough will happen soon. You will suddenly spring forward if you have been feeling held back. Where you have felt as though you've had no energy, you will find that suddenly your energy rises. Where perhaps once you felt you could not, suddenly you will realize you can, and so you will. That's for me, most definitely. But if it's for you, awesome. Sometimes we don't want to be brave. It's like, I don't want to be brave, but I have no respect for people who are weak. So if I want to respect myself, I'm going to have to be brave. Don't be scared to live with freedom and boldness. This is not a time to hold yourself back or play it small. If you are asking a question about a certain choice in your life, the oracle says, yes, go for it. Don't overthink things. Trust your instincts and don't be afraid of leaping forward in your life with gusto. If you believe you aren't brave enough to make certain choices in your life, think again. You have a bolder, braver heart than you realize. Your spirit is fearless. A sudden positive change is going to enter your world. This could be a new friend, relationship, opportunity, or even an energy within your own soul rising up and bringing you a sense of greater personal power. Accept what heads your way. It can change your life. You can use a small candle for this healing process if you wish. If you chose to use a candle, light it and gaze at it as you relax for several moments. Candle. Do I have any candles available to me? Just the one that I've already lit that just went out because the wax. I'll light this one. Okay, if you have a candle, you can light it. Midnight Beach. Okay. Okay, so we'll say this prayer together, okay? Fearless Quan Yin. This is the prayer. We're praying to Quan Yin. And if you have a problem with that, just, I don't know what to say. There was a day I would have had a problem with it myself. So, I understand. Fearless Quan Yin, Mother of Courage, who loves me unconditionally. Please help me realize that I already have so much courage in my heart. And I know that. I just don't want to be courageous anymore. Okay, back to the prayer, sorry. May I leap even though I may be afraid. Sometimes I focus completely upon the loving light calling me forward. Into a more beautiful life than I have ever known. May I act with complete trust in myself and in you. So I will trust in Quan Yin. I'll trust in myself. I will trust in my guardian angel, my spirit guides, the archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Metatron, and Uriel. I will trust in my ascended ancestors from the third heaven and above. And I will trust in my higher self. May I act with complete trust in myself and in all of you who I just spoke of. Through divine mercy and through my own free will, so be it. And then gaze at your candle. And say the following statement. There is a light in my heart that can never be extinguished. This is the light of my spirit, fearless and free. Imagine, visualize, feel, or pretend that the light of the candle is now shining inside your heart. So this light is shining inside your heart like a ray of sunshine inside of you, beaming forth. You no longer need the candlelight. You have your own inner light. Blow out the candle. Isn't this fun? I love doing stuff like this. I love Quan Yin cards. Place your hands in prayer. How am I gonna do this? I'll have to do it again after I get off the video. Place your hands in prayer and bow your head for just a moment. So be just in a peaceful place and imagine that light shining in your heart. To finish your healing process, close your eyes, imagine, visualize, feel or pretend that that light in your heart is so radiant that it shines out through the front and back of your chest. This feels very good. You have completed your healing process. I don't know about you, but I feel lighter. I feel much lighter. Okay, we got one card left of Quan Yin. Blessings of the Kite Dancer. Remember, this is part 2. This is not part 1. This is part 2.